The next section I'd like to read is from the William J. Haddock piece, The Passing of the Prairies. Haddock grew up in Iowa, lived in Iowa, returned many years later, and was quite nostalgic for the old prairie, and yet couldn't also help being impressed by all the modernization that had taken place. You'll find that sort of ambivalence runs through a lot of these pieces. Section I'm going to read is on page 95. Prairie today, to the average citizen, is only a name. To him it means a fair farm and comfortable buildings and shady groves and orchards on the land that was once the prairie. He has no sentiment about the change and cannot understand it. He never saw the prairie, and hence never saw Iowa during its golden days. The old distinguishing features of the prairie days are passing or are gone. Indian summer, beautiful and balmy in the past, is no longer seen in Iowa. There may be some compensation for the loss of other features of our former times, but there is none in this. Indian summer was a blessing, with nothing now to take its place. We are to that extent poor indeed. The prairie fires are gone, and that is more reasonable. Iowa has now no surplus grass to destroy. The farmers have no hay to burn. They cannot afford to waste the crop for a fall and spring conflagration. The great flocks and herds of Iowa consume the whole grass and hay crop of the state. Fat beeves are sold and shipped in trainloads, fed largely on the product which was heretofore wasted annually by prairie fires. The prairie chicken one would like to see still in the land, but that cannot be. Its day has passed. Its doom was not hastened by the hunters. Its fate was sealed by what we term the march of civilization. It was a timid bird and raised its brood in the security of the prairie. It was pitiful to see it clinging to its old home in spite of the plow and the reaper. It is not a migratory bird that could take to new fields on the destruction of its old haunts. It did what it could to exist under the new dispensation, but the struggle was too great for the handsome bird, and it has well nigh faded from Iowa forever. We have no compensatory feature to record for its loss.